Imagine this. Your boss just apologized over email. The words are sharp, unfair, and low-key humiliating. Your heart slams against your ribs. Your fists curl so tight your nails dig into your palms. Your vision narrows and everything gets a little red. You can literally hear your pulse pounding in your ears. And before your smart brain can even load, your fingers are already on the keyboard, typing an all-caps nuclear response with extra exclamation marks and phrases you know future you will regret. In that moment, your reptile brain has hijacked the entire system. This is what neuroscientists call an amygdala hijack, survival mode stealing your keyboard. In this video, you are going to see exactly how that hijack works in your body, the 90-second trick to calm your survival brain, and how to respond from power instead of panic. Your reptile brain is not the enemy. It is just running ancient code in a modern office. Part 1. Primitive Threat System. When your reptile brain detects a social threat, like disrespect, humiliation, or unfair blame, it treats it almost like a physical predator. To your survival wiring, loss of status feels dangerously close to loss of safety. Here is the sequence underneath that email moment. The amygdala, your brain's threat alarm, flags the message as "you were disrespected." A signal hits deeper survival circuits, and your body flips into fight mode. Adrenaline and cortisol surge. Blood is redirected toward large muscles, getting you ready to attack or defend. At the same time, the prefrontal cortex, the smart reflective part of your brain that plans, weighs consequences, and thinks long-term, starts to dim. In survival mode, the system literally powers down complex reasoning to save energy and react fast. So in that moment of sudden rage, you are not being dramatic. You temporarily do not have full access to rational, long-term thinking because your survival circuits are acting first. Your reptile brain also runs on a dangerous illusion. If I attack right now, I will get my power back. From its perspective, hitting back seems like the fastest way to restore control, status, and safety. The problem is that this survival logic is completely blind to future consequences, relationships, and your reputation. It does not think, it reacts. Part 2. Social status pressure. Now let's add another layer. Your brain is not just trying to survive physically, it is trying to survive socially. Humans are wired to care deeply about rank, belonging, and respect in the group. So when that email makes you feel small, dismissed, or humiliated, your brain can translate that as, "I am losing my place in the tribe." In ancient terms, being pushed out of the group could mean real danger. Inside, the story sounds like this. Losing status equals social death. If I do not push back, they will walk over me forever. If I stay quiet, I am weak, and everyone will see it. Suddenly, rage feels not only intense, but morally justified. It feels like a duty. I have to respond right now, or I lose myself. That is why the urge to fire off a furious reply feels so urgent and righteous. Your survival brain has linked no immediate attack with permanent submission, even though that is not how modern workplaces actually work. So you are caught between two powerful forces, a reptile brain in full fight mode, a social survival system terrified of looking weak or losing status. Together, they create a mental storm where not replying immediately feels almost impossible. Part 3. The 90-second smart brain trick. Here is the key. Your smart brain cannot win a shouting match with your reptile brain in the first seconds of rage, but it can do something much more powerful. It can buy time for your body to come back to baseline. Physiologically, an emotional surge, like intense anger, has a chemical lifespan of about 90 seconds in the body, if you do not keep feeding it with thoughts and reactions. If you can ride out those 90 seconds without attacking or escalating, your smart brain comes back online. So here is the 90-second protocol you can use the next time an email or comment hits you like a punch. Stop and step away. The instant you feel that inner explosion, your first job is not to be wise. It is to interrupt the reaction loop. If you're at your desk, physically stand up. Close the email window or lock your phone screen. If you are in a conversation, you can literally say, "I need a moment to process this. I will come back to you." You are not losing. You are breaking the hijack. This physical interruption tells your nervous system, "We are not going to war right this second," and prevents your fingers from sending something your future self will have to clean up. Breathe to signal safety. Next, you use your breath as a direct message to your nervous system that there is no real predator in the room. Inhale gently through your nose for about 4 seconds, then exhale slowly for about 6 seconds. That extended exhale pattern is known to activate calming pathways in the nervous system that counteract the fight-or-flight surge. Each slow breath is like sending a memo to your survival brain. We are safe. There is no tiger. You can stand down. You do not need to think positive thoughts yet. Your only job is to keep breathing slowly, letting the chemical wave of anger peak and start to drop. Move the energy. At this point, the adrenaline in your body still wants to go somewhere. If you stay frozen, it just loops. So use simple movement. Walk down the hallway, climb a flight of stairs, do a few push-ups against the wall, or just pace with intention. You're giving your body a physical outlet instead of turning that charge into verbal aggression. By the time you cross the 90-second mark, something important has happened. Your physiology has started to normalize, and your smart brain regains access to perspective. Thoughts like, "Maybe I should reread that email," or "What outcome do I actually want?" become possible again. Integration, 3 brain alignment after the storm. Now that the hijack has cooled, you can bring each part of your system back into alignment on purpose. Step 1. Acknowledge the reptile brain. Silently say something like, "You were right to detect disrespect. Thank you for trying to protect me." Validation calms the survival system. You are not shaming yourself for reacting. Step 2. Reassure your social survival system. Remind yourself, "My professional status does not depend on an angry email. It depends on the quality and clarity of my response over time." Respect is built by consistent, grounded behavior, not one explosive moment. Step 3. Activate your smart brain. Now you ask better questions. What is the actual problem I want to solve? What response would future me be proud of? Do I need to respond now or after a night of sleep? From here, you can choose an integrated response. If it was pure insult, you might ignore or respond with brief, calm professionalism. If it was unfair feedback, you can ask for clarification and examples without aggression. If it was a misunderstanding, you can correct the facts clearly and firmly. In this sequence, calm first, understand second, respond third. You are not suppressing your anger. You are using it as a message instead of a weapon. Anger stops being the driver and becomes data. Your reptile brain keeps you alert to threat. Your social wiring keeps you connected to the group. Your smart brain decides how to turn that raw signal into wise, effective action. Your rage is not the problem. Sending it straight from your survival brain to your send button is calm first, comprehend second, respond third. That sequence is what real brain mastery looks like in the middle of a modern workplace war. Your reptile brain got you here. Now let your smart brain take over. Hit subscribe if you want to decode more of your reptile brain, and hit that bell so your smart brain gets notified when we drop the next neuroscience breakdown.